I'll be teaching you exactly how to create text animations like Apple. I'll also show you how you can actually save this as a behavior so you don't have to create it again and you can use it on text whenever you choose to. So the first thing you need to do is create your text group. You can do this by selecting the text tool or hitting T on your keyboard, clicking on the canvas, or click and drag to create a text box where you would input your text. Once that is done, your text box is automatically inside of a group. You can go ahead and add the text. You'll notice that I have 3D text on. If you don't want that option, go to Appearance in the inspector and deselect 3D text. Once you zoom in, you'll realize that the 3D text option is gone. Let's change our color to white. So let's go ahead and adjust our bounding box so that the effect looks better with us having 2 or 3 even groups of text. You can do this simply by clicking on the text, selecting anywhere inside the bounding box, and then use any one of the 4 squares on the corners to adjust it as you see fit. I think this is okay, so my next step will be to align the text to the left. Once you're done, click escape. Now our next step is simple. We'll click and drag a rectangle across our entire canvas. You can select R for rectangle or select the rectangle tool and then click and drag across the canvas. You can use command and left bracket to place your rectangle below the text. Now the next step is to add a gradient to this rectangle, and Apple Motion has some preset gradients already, so we'll be using one of those. So let's go to Library, Gradients, and you can choose from a number of gradients that are listed here. I like this dawn orange, so we'll be using this one. You'll notice what you see in the canvas is completely different from what is being displayed in the library here. So what we're going to be doing now is making a few slight adjustments to get this more even. So once you're in the inspector, go to Shape, ensure you're at Style, and there you'll find Gradient. Open the gradient, go down to where you see Start, and you can drag that value all the way up, and where you see End, you can drag that value down, and that should give you a nice even gradient. You can also play with the sliders here to ensure that it is exactly how you want it to be. So once you're happy with your gradient, you can go back to the text and make a few more adjustments to it if you want to, such as changing the font, changing the size of the text, etc. This could have been done before, but I'm just going to do this now just in case you want to see how it's done. Just click back on our text. Here you can change the font, you can change the weight of the font, and as you go further down, you can change the size. Now if you change the size, you'll notice that the bounding box wraps the text. What you can do to avoid this is simply click on one of the 4 corners, hold down Shift, and scale it to the size that you want. This is scaling the bounding box as opposed to the text itself, so you'll notice the font size doesn't change. So the first thing we need to do to start animating is select our text and add our behavior. The behavior we'll be using is a fade in, so let's look for that in the behaviors panel. So we can select our text, head to behaviors, text basic, and we want fade in. Now we can use fade characters in or fade lines in or words in. Let's use fade words in. Now you can adjust the behavior by clicking and dragging on the end to get the desired length that you want. Now we also want this to go up, so what we'll be doing is selecting our behavior, going into the inspector, go to the behaviors panel, and we'll add a parameter for the y-axis. And then what we'll do is just tell the behavior that at this position I want it to be down here, and then at the end of the behavior I want it to go back there. Now you might notice that this is kind of fast, so to smooth this out a little bit, go down to controls and adjust the spread to your liking. I think about 3 would be fine. That's perfect. Let's just adjust our duration a little bit more, just to make everything seem a bit smoother and a little bit less rushed. Now finally, the last step to make our text have a gradient. Select your rectangle, right click, select add image mask, and then simply drop your text layer inside that image mask well. So with the image mask selected, click and drag your text layer into the image mask well. And there you have it. And now you can choose to create your own background. Change the color here. Let's say you're looking to save this behavior to use it again in another project. Click on the behavior, go to library, go to favorites, and click and drag your behavior down to the favorites section. As you see, it now says fade words in, and you can always rename it. Seeing that I already have it here, I don't need to save it again, so I'm going to delete this one simply by clicking here, move to trash. That's how you create Apple style animations using Apple Motion. So if you found value in this video, hit that subscribe button. Also, head over to Patreon and support this channel for just $3 each month. There you'll get access to exclusive tutorials, all the project files, titles, generators, effects, and any other asset that we create here. Not to mention 40% discount on upcoming courses. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.